Hello students, today I am going to summarize the chapter The Desert from your An Alien Handbook. See students, when we see this picture, what idea comes to our mind? Desert is a vast area which is full of sand. So we may think that, or we have an idea that there are no living things here. Nothing can survive in this land. But after reading this chapter, we will be proved wrong. We will find out that there are many types of living things, human beings, animals, plants. So it is also a beautiful place like any other piece of land. So let's start the chapter. Many people believe that the desert is an endless stretch of sand. They believe that deserts are dry, hot, waterless, and also shelterless. But when we go into the deep, we find that deserts are also very beautiful and attractive places. Many people who have visited these places, they have formed the ideas that those are very beautiful and attractive. They find the desert with full of variety. And these deserts are also home to many people, animals, and plants. Different types of flowers, plants, they grow here. And it is covered with, like, it rains here very less, so we cannot expect that it will be green throughout the year. But whenever it rains, the desert looks as beautiful as any tropical garden. So we can find out that sometimes we may feel that deserts are vast stretch of land covered with sand and it might be always flat. No, it's not like that. Sometimes there are mountains in the desert and sometimes we find oases also. Now what is an oasis? So oasis is an area which is full of greenery. There are lakes, there are coconut trees, there are wells. So it looks like a green island in the middle of the desert. And their desert can also be of two types. There can be both hot and cold deserts. The example is like the Thar desert in Rajasthan is a hot type of desert, whereas the Ladakh desert in the northern part of India is a cold type of desert. Now here in the plains, as we are habituated of living in the plains, we find here storms. But in the deserts, the storms are known as sand dunes, which are strong winds that deposit heaps of sand as mounds. These sand dunes move endlessly across the desert. They keep on moving. Now, after seeing this picture, you can identify that this is the ship of the desert, the camel. I'm talking about the camel. So there are not only camel, there are different types of animals, not only in desert, in our plain area or wherever we live in the world, wherever we live, we need water to survive. Each and every living thing needs water to survive. But the animals which live in desert, they have adapted to the climate of it. They can live and survive with very little amount of water. The most common example of these types of animal is our camel, which is also known as the ship of the desert. This animal can live without water for many days. It drinks a lot of water at one time and it can stay without water for many days. Now how it happens? We know that most of the water comes out from our body through sweat. When we sweat, most part of the water comes out. But most interestingly, this animal does not sweat at all. So whatever water it intakes, it stays within it. So it needs very less amount of water to survive in the desert. There are some smaller animals also which live in the desert, and they also are habituated to live without water. But it is not possible to live without water. They get the moisture from their food, the food they eat. Like those who are meat and eating animals, the carnivores, they get it from the flesh of the animals which they eat. And the animals, the herbivores, those who survive on plants, they get the water or the moisture from the juices of the plants. Now, this one more important thing is these desert areas, they face extreme weather conditions. Like it's very hot during the day and very cold during the night. How it happens? When we live in the plains, we see that our climate, in these areas, we get the humidity. So there is a hot type of climate, and this humidity or this humid climate, it works like a blanket. It protects us from the hot rays of the sun. So the climate is not too hot during the day and not too cold during the night. But in the desert, it is the opposite. In the desert, there is no humidity. So there is no blanket of this humidity. That is why it is too hot during the daytime and too cold during the night. So, after reading this chapter, what we can conclude that we should regard deserts also as very beautiful places. They are also full of variety. They are also equally important as dense forests and deep oceans. Thank you.